to the late great night show, but in this case it's daytime. Welcome everybody. Thank you for that round of applause. It was something I really wasn't expecting, and as I say that, I realized I have no idea what I'm talking about. I was expecting that because you see me and you know who I am, so yeah, I was kind of expecting that. Now it's daytime. It's 10 a.m. and I'm already drunk and already in a rage state because my dad. I'm already in a rage state and I'm drunk at 10 a.m. Anyway, let's get into some war things. And what I'm gonna use to bomb my house in a few more minutes if this thing escalates. It's a father-son war. I declared war is a father-son war now, okay? So this war is currently ongoing. And this is what their response is at Andrews the other day. It was a rapid takeoff response. That was yesterday. And they have released the new Air Force 2 livery for Air Force 2, the new livery. I mean, what was wrong with it? You ruined a perfectly good 757. It looks like Kristi Noem went over there and changed it. Because that looks exactly like her other one, her other Gulfstream and her other 737. And they have released the 747 that looks like this. So it will be out in a few more hours. I think, according to what they said, it's supposed to be landing at Andrews. The Doomsday plane is landing back there, the second one, because there's already one there. But I guess when you're in the military, they don't care. They're going to transport all you in the best way possible. Now, these pictures was taken by my camera crew in Europe and Germany and the Middle East. This is a F-18. This is armed at Ramstein Air Base. Now, everybody calls me and says, is this a video game? I'm going to say it right now. No, it's not a video game. This is a real war, and these are real videos and real pictures. I've been getting a lot of calls saying they were fake. These are real pictures. These are real missiles, real guns, real pilots. This is a real F-15 that was in Qatar earlier today. It was the U.S. Air Force and departing for Iran. And these were Delta Force helicopters that were there today as well. Now, let's get into the key tools we are using in this war. The KC-46 and the B-2 bomber. The KC-135, the F-16, the EA-18 Growler, the F-18, the F-35, and the F-22, the E-3 Sentry, the B-1 bomber, the B-1 bomber, the B-52 bomber, and the C-130, and the Doomsday plane. Now, them planes you saw with missiles, I might tell them to bomb my house in a few more minutes. Because it would all be necessary. You know what I mean. Yeah. And since I'm an honest Republican, let me tell you something. All these missiles and all these planes are your taxpayer money. They're taxpayer. All the gas, all the missiles, all the bombs, all the helicopters, all the rotors and all that crap. And our stuff is taxpayer. All our big, beautiful planes in our military is taxpayer money. So the people who pay taxes, we are wasting it on this useless war crap, which I'm pretty sure is a war crime. Speaking of war crimes, we have committed so many war crimes, we broke the record for war crimes. Every plane you see Every death you hear on Fox News, it's a war crime because the Book of War. Yes, I read it because I'm the Secretary of Advanced Radar Systems. Of course I read it. We all have to read it. I'm the youngest. Marco Rubio had said the other day, he said that I told him that who swore me in, President Trump, by the way. Marco seemed surprised, and I asked him, why are you surprised? I think I said this before. He said, because at my age, normal kids have ice cream trucks. But I have nuclear launch codes and access to ballistic missile sites and Andrews Air Force Base. But yeah, everything we do in this government, every penny we spend in this government is your taxpayer money. Just like this new livery, we painted it, we bought the paint with your taxpayer money. All these radars, all these jets, all these fuel tanks, all these net. I'm not good at rhyming at all. We saw a perfect example the other night. I'm not good. All these fuel tanks, all these GBUs, all these missiles, and all these ICP APUs. Yeah, that's one. All these Blackhawks, all these Tomahawk, all these Blackhawks, all these Tomahawks is coming right from your wallet because we are using your taxpayer money, everybody. Now, I don't blame you for clapping because you're probably going to jump up on the stage and kill me for saying that. But the Republicans, we know what we're doing. All these bombers, everything here. Now, even though I'm a Republican, I'm still going to tell you what we're doing because it's a war crime if we don't. We took out the Ayatollah with our big, beautiful B-2 bombers again. We took out the Ayatollah and 40 plus more leaders. We took out another leader today. We took out innocent civilians. We killed innocent civilians, but they're going to keep standing. They have balls, but their balls are about to be blown off of their artery because we're going to bomb them again, and we're going to keep bombing them. President Trump said they might be ready to make a deal, but I highly doubt it. He's been saying we're ready to make a deal for the past 2 years. While he's been in his second term in office, he said he was going to go nuclear with Iran, and it has finally happened. Although he has not declared war, the Book of War says if you do not declare war on the country, you are not allowed to kill anybody, but you are allowed to take out the missile sites and all the threats. The non-manned threats, not the man yet. Yeah, I read the book. Anyway, okay, here's a second one. Yesterday, President Trump's speech at the Trump Kennedy Center. Yeah, you heard that right. The Trump Kennedy Center. He had said that he wants our allies to come into this war and fight for us. But the Book of War says, and that book was given to me by Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. He sent me an online copy because it's 2026. Nobody's picking up physical books. It's all online now. Our departments is online, even though I barely understand it. Anyway, a second war crime is involving a country, an innocent country, which is not involved in the war. Yeah, we did that with NATO, Kuwait, Qatar, all our allies. We brought them into this. So in a few more minutes, we're going to bring the Canadian officials, and we're going to have us talk with them, and we're going to say, listen, it's not your fault. We're not going to try to drag you into this. Just live a peaceful life in Canada. We're not going to try to drag you into this is our war. We're going to solve it. I would like to say that, but President Trump would say different. He would bring them into it, even though I would have said no. He would still brought them in. Anyway, we're going to meet with them in a few more minutes, the Canadian government officials, because we couldn't get the Prime Minister of Canada. But the only reason President Trump couldn't do it because he's meeting with the Prime Minister of Ireland. So we have to take its place in that role. Like I said the other day, the ARS department does more than keep our eyes on the skies. We do a lot more than that. We put our eyes on economic systems, economic funding, the oil, the deals, the trade deals, which is currently going on with China, Russia, and Iran. We have our eyes on that. I told them it's not rare to see me as the secretary talking about economic things as I am doing right now, aviation, economic things, tax funding, taxpayer dollars, oil funding, oil deposits, oil barrels, our U.S. Navy arsenal, which we are currently using right now, our U.S. Navy arsenal, which is in the Mediterranean. There's a blockage in the Mediterranean because all of our warships are there right now. I mean, God, how many do we need? We should have proved our point. Leave it be already. But sadly, that's not how our government goes. Of course, we have to screw it up even more. So, just about all of our submarines, nuclear capable bombers, warships, aircraft carriers, jets, Air Force, cargo planes, half of 95% of our arsenal here in America is over there fighting for our lives in the Middle East right now. The Doomsday plane is at Andrews right now. We just saw that picture. We're going to show it again because it is beautiful. There's that big, beautiful Doomsday plane with that big, beautiful rump on top of it. Anyway, my God in heaven, there's so much more to our government which we're not telling you. Our taxpayer dollars we are stealing right from under your nose. And, right from under your nose. And also, you know what's gonna piss you off right now? In this government, when a nuclear war occurs, we have the Doomsday plane. Yeah, we have the Doomsday plane. There's 4 of these with the exact same registration, I think. And one's currently landing at Andrews right now, as if the one that's already there isn't even enough. Is that? Anyway, is that, and also, we leave you on the ground in the event of a nuclear war. We in the air, we're safe while the people are dying from radiation on the ground and electromagnetic pulses. That's gonna piss y'all off as soon as y'all watch the show tonight, because you have nothing else better to do. Anyway, that's gonna piss you off. I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, no, you thought we were done. Oh, no. We haven't even started yet. We have the Doomsday plane. We board on that other side. It's the Flying Pentagon for a reason. One is for Marco Rubio, one is for me, one is for Pete Hegseth, and one is for President Trump. If they're all up in the air together, that would just be great. Exhaust all over the taxpayers as we lift up into the air, and we are airborne at 35,000 feet, eating caviar and watching nuclear bombs like fireworks. Yeah. But when you're rich and when you sign up for a government job and you have no idea what you're doing until you sign up for it, that's what's going to happen to you. I started my businesses, all my businesses, very successful. I would imagine to hear President Trump say the same thing I just said. Very successful, very powerful, very economic. He would say that if you heard what I was saying right now. He would say that. Anyway, my businesses was very economic. We funded a lot of money to the State Department, like $1.2 million. We funded that to the State Department. Even the Defense Department and President Trump's campaign, we did that for them too. That was a good thing. I remember one time I was a Democrat. I thought it was America land of the free, but it was America land of the... Yeah, I said it, so what? Anyway, I thought it was America land of the free, but now that our beloved President Trump is here, it is the true American land of the free. Yeah, so is that our Doomsday plane is there. All of our KC-135s from the 459 Airfield Wing is in the Middle East. I have no idea where the VR-50 Free Capital Squadron is, but I heard that the DC Air National Guard is supposed to be taking off later today to go fight in the Middle East too. But that's not rare to see them not do that, because they are defenders of international operations all the time. They are experienced and they are used to this a lot. They do this a lot. They do this a lot. Does anybody in the Air Force here in my audience remember when the DC Air National Guard went all the way to Guam? Yeah, it was a lot of KC-135's air refuelings, but yeah, they went there. We also did that too, but we took a Boeing Dreamlifter. We put the F-16 in the Dreamlifter. Didn't even have to disassemble it. Isn't that a blessing? We didn't even have to disassemble it. Instead of going the Atlantic way, we went the Pacific way. Our first in the time we've ever done that. And we took that plane near Russia, over the Pacific, near Alaska, and landed in Guam, nearly functionable. That plane was nearly functionable. We got it out the Dreamlifter, and about 5 minutes after we got it out that Dreamlifter, they started up and took off, and they did a extremely low flyby at Anderson, and then it got back in the Dreamlifter, was flown back to Andrews, and all that fuel that was pumped into that F-16 and into that Dreamlifter was your taxpayer dollars. All our beloved airports in America has been funded by your taxpayer dollars. All of our fancy government planes has been funded by your tax dollars, especially if you're a Democrat. We couldn't give a crap about you. We don't care about your money, Democrats, because you are not worthy of it. We take it right from you and we spend it on our government crap. Now, I know what you're thinking. I kind of sound like a Democrat right now. You wouldn't be wrong. Sometimes I like to mix up my campaigns. One day my mode is Democrat, another I'm super happy my mode is Republican. I can switch that. You might be able to tell me what to do, but you don't get to tell me what party I'm in. I'll be in what party I want in, whenever I want to be in it. But I'll be in my party. Y'all mind your business. I'll be in my party. Deal? Okay. Anyway, I have my own departments too. And they were being kind to Marco, and they were sad because he has 4 jobs, and he's being worked overtime by President Trump. No one ever asked me. I have 9 jobs: Assistant National Security Advisor, Secretary of ARS, used to be a congressperson, used to be a representative, and used to be a correspondent. Yeah, but I have a lot of jobs. You can go on Wikipedia right now. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Psych, I have a show to do. I'm not going to wait for you to go on an online encyclopedia. Anyway, you can go on there and see all my jobs, all my roles I play, all the planes we have, and how many private jets I own. Oh boy, I barely fly them. I mean, they're scattered across airports all over America. But a pain will be to get all of them to where I want to go. To get all of them to Andrews so I can take off and go to Maho Beach or New York or the Statue of Liberty. I mean, the 89th Airline, we did it. Your taxpayers are paying for it as well. I can't stress that enough. Your taxpayer money is paying for this. But not my private jets, because I'm not an evil Republican. I'm an honest Republican. So, we use our own money, not the taxpayers. Our own money for our private jets. But Kristi Noem, she rewrote that. She used your $8.2 million of your tax-paid money for a DHS VIP jet, and she lied and said it was for deportation. Sorry, Kristi, I'm going to always bring you up on my show. I mean, you're one of my friends in the Republican Party, but you did some pretty questionable and stupid and retarded and yeah, it's been 5 minutes later and I'm still at it. Stupid, retarded, idiotic, dummyotic, dummy Daniels things in this government in your 13 months of being secretary. But President Trump fired you. He did a good favor for the American public by firing you. That was a good thing. I'm not saying it wasn't. That was a good idea. I would have done the same if I was president. Because you just doing some ridiculous things in this government. I mean, like, man, you're supposed to be head of ICE, not head of private jets. You took away TSA from all our airports. God, Lord, God, Jesus, God dang. Now we're going to have another 9/11 incident because of you. We're going to have another 9/11. They're not going to check your bags. There's no TSA anymore. But she's supposed to be former secretary now of Homeland Security. The first to ever get fired by a standing U.S. president. Anyway, thank you so much for watching our horrible, ridiculous, Republicanic show. I'm your host, Elijah Anderson. I did this today, so I won't have to do it tonight. Thank you. This is a very miserable show. Your taxpayers help fund this show. I'm just kidding. They don't.